brothers Wiss. The brothers Wiss, brothers Wiss. The brothers Wiss. The brothers.
You're now listening to Greg is the brother.
Hey guys, this is Mike on the last day of WISP America 2019, and we are basically wrapping up the show with Tasos.
Hey everybody.
Some would say save the best for last, but that clearly doesn't apply.
Yeah, it depends on how you classify best, right?
And for those that don't watch us regularly, we go back and forth, friendly banter, quite some time.
We got some online personality issues, right? Yeah.
So I guess we'll kind of jump right into it. So you talked about them a little bit the last show, but I mean, this is like, I'm still excited about these things. So what are you hanging on there?
Yes, absolutely. So these are again our much anticipated asymmetrical horns that we announced at WISPapalooza and should be shipping here shortly, probably the end of the month from manufacturers, so at distributors probably end of April or something like that. And we have our 30-degree asymmetrical horn, our 90-degree asymmetrical horn, and over here we have our 60-degree asymmetrical horn. And the difference is just the beam pattern and the beam shape compared to our symmetrical. So now we're able to get, by squashing the vertical side of the beam, we can get wider angle with more gain. So for those low density installations, rural areas where you can't really afford to put 12, 30-degree horns around your tower because you just don't have the customer base, these wider angle, higher gain will let you get that distance and fill the gap for the lower density tower locations.
Okay, yeah. So then how would the gain on these compare to both the symmetrical horns as well as a traditional sector?
Yeah, well, so gain is kind of you can't really just compare gain as a number, right? It depends on the type. It's another beam shape. So if we were to compare, let's say, the 90 degree, right? So the new 90 degree now is 16 dBi a gain, right? Measured at the -6. And our old 90 degree symmetrical was only like 10 and a half at most, right? So you're talking 2 orders of magnitude better, right? 6 dBi, more gain in the same width, because we squished the vertical. If we look at our 30 degree, this is 20 and a half dB now compared to the 18 and a half of the previous 30, because now we have a 20 degree vertical, a cut versus 30 by 30. So,
sure.
So we're able to squeeze quite a bit more gain out of it.
So how do those compare to like a traditional sector, like a patch panel?
There's no comparison, right? These are night and day difference. Basically, the only kind of similarity, if you say, that we bring from patch array sectors to our asymmetrical sectors is just that shape of that main beam, right? So it's wider now and less in vertical, but we still get all the noise canceling, noise interference of our horn. So you get absolutely 0 side lobes. You still get flat gain across the whole spectrum, so you don't get this like peak. Our chains match, so our vertical and horizontal gain is the same, and you get all the performance of a horn antenna now. So really, you can take, in April, you can take all your sectors and just throw them in the garbage, because the asymmetrical horns will pretty much replace all of that stuff.
Yeah, because those numbers sound a lot like the advertised gain on traditional sectors that aren't being put up by manufacturers selectively choosing gains.
Yeah, exactly. So typically everybody is still focused on gain, unfortunately. I think we've changed the game.
Sure.
Gave people a better understanding of it's not just about gain, but it's overall performance. You can build an antenna based on one spec and try and sell it, but we sell and base our antennas based on matching all the requirements, right? So again, we don't just have a peak gain, we have flat gain across the whole spectrum, matching gain for both polarities and so on. So
sure, yeah.
Big difference.
So yeah, and there's not null spots, and there's not back scatter and all kinds of other.
Absolutely, with no side lobes. The co-location capabilities of these are again just as good as our symmetricals, just a different beam angle, different beam pattern. Yeah.
I just saw something else. So I complained about him on this for a long time. How do you free that up?
Twist it. Yeah.
And so I wanted
we call this the Mohammed adapter. So we finally came out with a connectorized twist port adapter. So basically for all the other radios out there where we don't manufacture or we can't make an adapter for because it's too big or too bulky or too heavy, now you could use this for all your other radios, whether it's a Radwin AP, let's say Cambium P&P 450 radio that's connectorized, or B5C from Mimosa, you name it. Something without a twist port adapter, you just run your SMA cables and you're good to go now.
Good.
So, yeah.
This was entirely unintended. I just happened to see it as we were talking here. But to shift gears a bit, so I hear that you're encroaching on my turf a little bit.
What are you talking about, man?
I heard you got. I heard that you have a video series now.
Yeah. So I mean, we've done a lot with YouTube videos, right? Customer testimonials and other stuff, and people are always asking us to kind of teach people more. So we decided to do like a video blog or a video series, an informational series. So we started this new video series called Inside Wireless, right? So it's, I think, the best way to help educate the user base on how antennas work, you know, demystify all these kind of technical lingo that people use, right? When you're talking about front to back ratios, you're talking about slant pole versus H pole versus V pole, and all these different things that are really important to antennas. We kind of break it down in a video series with animations, the way we do it, RF element style, and kind of, again, try and exchange information with people. So it's a great series. We just released our first video, What's an Antenna? That was released yesterday. So check out our YouTube channel and check out Inside Wireless.
Sure. And so I have a favor to ask of you and then anyone else, because I've talked to a few other vendors that are starting to get into making their own, you know, non-sales pitch education series of content. When you make one, send me a message. Okay. Because while I'm following you on Facebook, I got so much shit going on, I'm not going to see it.
Yeah.
So send me a message so that I'll share it. Okay. And also, the Brothers Wisp started a YouTube playlist of other people's videos.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
You know, so it's not. And so we'll add your videos to our playlist as long as whoever else makes educational material for Wisps.
Absolutely. That'd be great.
That's why we do this, is to educate Wisps. And so, the more stuff you make, the less people are bragging, begging on me to get anything done, because I don't have time for that.
Right on. Cool.
All right. Well, I think you got a session to go do here.
Yep, I got to do a frequency reuse GPS synchronization session now, and I appreciate you stopping by.
So do you know anything about frequency reuse?
Just a little bit. Come to the session.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks, man. Bye.
It's the Brothers Wisp. Let's take a ride through space on this mothership. Wireless networking. We talk about equipment and methodology, so sit back and start learning. Lighten up the tower so people can start searching. Shooting up the web in neighborhoods, net surfing. We got horrible jokes, we're loud and annoying, but we're informative facts, we're not disappointing. Just give us a listen, cause fun is the mission. I'm telling you, you don't know what you are missing. Ideas and some good comedy given. If you missed the show already, don't worry, you're forgiven.